choose the best layout for your designs, the best color combinations for your design. And if you don't choose the right fonts for your designs, the design will still look cheap and then amateurish. But why am I saying this? Look at this right type here and compare it to this one right here. Which one do you think communicates better? A or B? This is just a simple black on white, but you can see that the vibe that this one brings to the table is top notch. So this is what I'm going to talk about in this video. That is how you can select the best font for your project. So stick around and let's do it. Now, before you get to know how to select fonts, you need to know where to get high quality fonts. And these are the ways I use to get high quality fonts. Now, at the early stage of my design journey, I was practicing with YouTube videos. So if I watch a tutorial, then I will download the resource file, and this resource file contains the fonts and any other design resources that was used to design that particular project. So I kept downloading these resource files that contains fonts, and I was saving them in a folder. Now, this is one of the ways that you can use to get high quality font. But why am I saying this? This is because this great designer that I learned from on YouTube do not just use any font for their design, but they research into it and know that they are using the right font for the right design. You can also get more premium fonts in my premium design resources package. This package does not contain just fonts, but it also contains PSD files for church flyers, business flyers, and event flyers, as well as premium backgrounds, textures, mockups, and color samples, and a lot more. You can check it up yourself with the first link in the description. The font collection that I've spoken about is not the only font style that I rely on all the time, but I also once in a while visit some websites to find some font inspiration. Websites like fontbeat.com. As you can see, there are a lot of fonts here that you can learn from. When you want to spice up your font collection, you can come here and then look through and then get some font inspiration. Now, when you come here, one thing that you need to do is that if you want to buy a font, fine. But if you don't want to buy a font and you want to get some free fonts, then what you have to do is that check this part here, click on free, and then all the fonts that will be displayed here will be for free. That is everything that you see here now is free. So if you want to download any of them, all that you have to do is that just click on it like so, and then it's going to open. So this is how it is, the preview of it and everything about it. And then you just click on this one here, yeah, and then right away you can download it from here. Download font family, just search for the place that you want to save it. So let me keep it here in my download folder, save. Voila, it has been downloaded. Great. Now on this website too, called fontjoy.com, it's a place where you can pair fonts. So as you can see, this is one font, this second font, this third font. That is telling you that whatever that you want to use here will work. That is, you can take this font called Arima, Mandura, Rambla, and then Karma, and then it is going to work for you. So when you click it like this, it will automatically generate the fonts for you. So you can see Poppins, Seneca, Forum, all these fonts can work together on one design. So when you get a font like this and maybe you see that a combination is best for you, all that you have to do is that you have to get a name. So this is Poppins. This one, you don't have a straight link to go and download it. So what you have to do is that you see the names are here. So you can search Forum font download, Poppins font download, and then Seneca font download. So this place is going to help you to pair your font and others. Anytime you click on generate, something new will come. You can click on this one to see the dark mode or the light mode of it. And this website here, typespation.com, is also a place where they are serving you with font combinations and color palette, and as well as the font itself. So as you can see, when you scroll down, you can see how the font was used on a particular design. So as you can see, the names of the fonts used here are Space Grotesque and then Laura. And this one too, you can see that ATF alternate Gothic and then Monion Pro. And then this one too, you can see the Brocolage Grotesque. You can see when you click on this like that, you're going to see the design itself. As you can see, this is the design, and then this is the font used, and this is the colors used. So aside from you getting the font, you are also getting the colors as well. So you can easily copy colors from this kind of design. And mind you, all these colors have been proven and they work together. These are not the only website that you can get fonts from. So I'll also be sharing some in the description and also on my Telegram channel, so you can get more websites so you can explore more fonts and get the best for your design. The other way that I get font to add up to my collection is through my colleague designers. So let's say when I see their designs and then I see a particular font that they use and I think that font is nice to me, I'll just hit them up so they send me the font file, or they can just tell me the name of the font. Now I'll just go online and I'll just download it myself like so. So let's say I asked a friend and then the friend told me that the font that he used for a design is, let's say, Argentine Sans. When I come to my web browser like this, what I do is that I just search Argentine Sans font download. I hit on enter like this. Mostly the first link is always the best, but you don't have to stick to that always, but mostly it's always the best. So you can just click on this one first to check out and then download it. So You can look through to see the preview and all that, but I'll just click on download, and then as you can see, it has started downloading already. So when the download is complete, all that you have to do is to locate it. So you can right click it and then show in folder. Then you just go ahead and then extract and then install. Sometimes too, I may be looking for inspiration and I will come across a particular flyer with a font that I want to use. For instance, okay, so right now I am here on Pinterest looking for inspiration. Even before I scroll down or say something, I think this one right here can help me. Let me check the font that you use for this particular thing. So for you to be able to detect the particular font that you use for something like this, what you have to do is that you have to, let me open up, you have to crop this area and then send it to the website that I'm going to do. So what you have to do is that on your PC, you have to press and hold on the Windows key plus Shift plus S, and then you can be able to crop it, cut this part like so, and then you are good to go. So when you do something like this, first thing, it has been copied. That part has been copied. Second, it has been saved as a screenshot. So now, once you are done with this one, let's open a new tab and then let's search this website. What's the font? Enter. And this is it, my font. So myfont.com. What the font file, I click on it like this, and then there you are. So when you click on this part like so, you can just click on Ctrl V, and that's going to paste the cropping that you did over there. I click on search, and then you're going to identify the text in the image. So yeah, you can just go ahead and then identify font. Click on identify font, and then you are good to go. Yeah, so it is trying to identify the font that was used. You can go through it and then you see if any of them looks like the one there. Let me see. Yes, I think this one. Yeah, I think this one. Yeah, right here. There it is. When you click on get a font, so as you can see, most of them are not free. You can see they are all paid. Some of them are paid. Yeah, when you scroll, you are going to get some for free. I think they should have some filters here that can help you sort out the free from the paid one so that you can easily get it. But sometimes not the font that you are looking for is paid, like this one. The name of the font is Fido Regular, so it is not free, it is premium. So when you click on get this font like this, as you can see here, Fido blah 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 blah. If you still want to download the font to use this for your personal use, that is not commercial use, because when the font is paid, you don't use for commercial use. All that you have to do is that you have to copy it like I copied. Just copy it like so. Control Z, copy the name, open a new tab, Control V to paste. Then you add font, be download, something like that. Most of the time, as I said, the first links are mostly the right ones you can go for. Click on download, and then yes, so it is downloading. Just click on see, click on this part, and then let me open it and see. Yeah, so it is right here, and it is that font. When you are done downloading the font, what you have to do is that you have to locate them in your drive. So the simple way you can locate them is click on this part. As you can see, right click on it and then show in folder. That's where you can easily locate them wherever you find them. Now when you are in the folder, let me maximize it. You have to see, you see, this is the font that we just downloaded. You want to install it. What you have to do is that it is a WinRAR file. If you don't have WinRAR, just go to your your web browser and search WinRAR download for PC. You are going to get it. It's very simple to install. When you are done, you come here, as you can see, right click on it, and then you go to extract to online fonts and blah 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 blah. Extract it first, and this is the extracted folder. Open it, and then go to this side of it, and then you can this is it. You can, you see, as you can see, check the extension, that 2 type font file, and just double click on it, click on install, and then you are good to go. Now when you open Photoshop or any other design software, it will be able to show, and then you can be able to use it. So I'm going to open Photoshop right now to show you that the font has been installed. Let me change the font. So let me go and check the name again. The name is a bit scary, so let me go and check it again. Fido. Okay, Fido W. And I type Fido, it will come. Let's type Fido. Yeah, here is it. And as you can see, it works just like that. Now, if you are getting some value from this video, please do well to subscribe to support what we are doing. Thank you very much for doing that. And don't forget to turn on that notification so that whenever we upload content, like great content like this, you'll be the first person to be notified. Now, let's move on to how to select a perfect font for your project. That is the moment that you have been waiting for. Now, there are a few fonts that are made just for a particular purpose, like these ones right here. For example, this is made for designs about lab. As you can see, there's some lab icons in the font itself, giving that vibe of lab. Let's say Valentine or any other lab-related flyers. This one too can be used for flyers about brokenness. Recently, I designed a flyer for my church with the theme Broken Vessels, the Potter's Touch. This font will fit well for the display test. So there are fonts like that, and it goes on and on like that. Aside from these fonts, there are also fonts that you can use for different kinds of designs. I call them multi-purpose fonts. So if you are working on a design and you don't find a better font to display the details like we have talked about earlier, that is, find a specific font for that specific project, you can also use these multi-purpose fonts and then tweak them nicely to fit your design. Most of these general purpose fonts are sans serif fonts like Montserrat, Poppins, Bebas, Nexa, and many others. If you have followed your favorite designers closely, you realize that they use a particular font for almost all their designs, and they change it whenever they are designing for something specific that demands them to find a font that matches just that. For instance, a good designer like Innocent K. Boateng using Poppins almost for all his designs, but for some specific designs he will go with that specific font that support that specific design. You can clearly see from this one and then that one and a whole lot of flyers that he has been designing. Now you can also look at someone like Devon Graphics. Now you can see that he also uses a particular kind of font for almost all his designs, and he changes fonts as and when it is needed for that particular project. Another way that you can select the best font for your project is that you can search on Pinterest the type of flyer that you are about to design. When you find samples of them, you can study the font they use, and that would give you a fair idea on how to go about choosing yours. Let's say you are designing a wedding invitation, you can go on Pinterest like so. We are here on Pinterest, and all that you have to do is search wedding invitation design, enter, and as you can see, a lot of them. So maybe when you go through them and then you see that these people use this particular font, I think it makes their design nice. So you can zoom in and then you see, I can see that this one is Nexa, this one too looks like Huawei, so this one Nexa, but this one I don't know. I can use the first method that I showed you, that is, you can screenshot it like so using the Windows button and then the Shift+S to get this part like so. Go to what the font like this and then go and look for the font as I showed you earlier on. So with this method, you can easily get font from any inspiration that you get. So let's say when you're looking through and you see a particular flyer that you want to see, okay, there's something that I want to do, and this is the font that they use that I see that it worked for them. You can easily take the font and then use it on your own and then choose some one or two things, and it's going to work for you like that. Now, I have a video where I share my font collection and how I use them for my project. I will leave a link in the video description, or you can click on the card up here to access that video. If you want me to make more videos suggesting good fonts for design, let me know in the comment section. So as you download fonts consistently for different projects, you begin to have a lot of them, and you need to organize them to make them easily accessible anytime you need them. That is when a font manager comes in. So I use a particular font manager called Fontbase. Mind you, this video is not sponsored by Fontbase, but I'm sharing it with you because it is a very helpful tool to use in your workflow. Now, with this Fontbase, you can preview the text that you want to use for your flyer before you use it on your design itself. Now, let me show you what I mean by that. So this is how the app looks like when you open it. So as you can see, these are the fonts that I've imported, and I've grouped some of them in folders that I can easily find them. See this one for video editing, and then my font collection and all that. So let's say I want to search for a particular font. Let's say I'm going to use some particular text or some particular details for my flyer, and then I'm going to preview and see if it's going to work. Let me set something. Let me say, okay, subscribe for more. As you can see, I can see the subscribe for more in different fonts that I can see, okay, if this one is going to work for my design or not. I can see it right here even before opening my Photoshop to check it out. So you can see you have a whole lot of fonts that you can search through. Let me enter my font collection. So when you open the app or when you install the app, there's not that I put them together myself, and then I've saved it like this here. So you can do that for yourself when you get the app like so. So I go through them like so. When I see that this one is nice, I'll just go to my Photoshop like so. And as you can see, when it's green means it has been activated. So when it's let me search if I can see any deactivated ones. Let me open another one. Okay, time of my collection. As you can see, this one is not activated. So when you see it's like this, it has been deactivated. So you click on it to be activated. Yes, so it's very simple. When you activate it, you don't even need to install it. When you import your font here and then you activate it, you don't need to even install it. You just go ahead and then you use it. Something like this, Quicker, has been activated. Let me open Photoshop and then let me make sure the font is selected. Go to the font file like this, search Quicker. And as you can see, Quicker. So one thing is that, you see, this is Quicker. It has been activated and then I am using it right now. Now let me go to the font base. As you can see, this one is not activated, the Raise Sport Regular. One amazing feature is that when you activate it, instantly it shows up. So let me do it for you to see. Let me just activate this one, Raise Sport Regular, and let me open Photoshop and let me set it for you to see. Raise. As you can see, it instantly shows up. So you don't even need to install your font. You can simply import them in font base and then you use them. This is just one of the many ways that you can use this font manager to speed up your design process. I have a full video explaining how it works and how you can use it to save a ton of hours in your design workflow. And if you want to watch that video, just click on the video on the screen. Until next time, quench not your creativity. Peace.